Ben Bowles. CNBC had an investor summit earlier in November, and Ben Affleck was there, and he had a question posed to him about the future of AI. Here was his response. Then I'm going to come back and talk to you about my thoughts for AI. Shannon E. Johnson, CEO of The Professional Pen, where we develop screenwriters from idea to pitch. Need help on your screenplay? Go to www.theprofessionalpen.com.
AI can write you excellent imitative verse that sounds Elizabethan. It cannot write you Shakespeare. The function of having two actors or three or four actors in a room and the taste to discern and construct that is something that currently entirely eludes AI's capability, and I think will for a meaningful period of time. What AI is going to do is going to disintermediate the more laborious, less creative, and more costly aspects of filmmaking that will allow costs to be brought down, that will lower the barrier to entry, that will allow more voices to be heard, that will make it easier for the people who want to make Good Will Huntings to go out and make it. Look, AI is a craftsman at best. Craftsmen can learn to make stickly furniture by sitting down next to somebody and seeing what their technique is and imitating. That's how large video models, large language models basically work. A library of vectors of meaning and transformers that interpret context, right? But they're just cross-pollinating things that exist. Nothing new is created.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. And really, in order to do that, look, craftsman is knowing how to work. Art is knowing when to stop. And I think knowing when to stop is going to be a very difficult thing for AI to learn because it's taste.
All right, so I totally agree. I feel we are pretty far away from AI totally taking over. Here are my thoughts when it comes to screenwriters. I do believe that if studios can find a cheaper way to make content, they will. They will start to have AI write the first draft. Number one, because most of the writing gigs out there are writer for hire gigs anyway, meaning it's the producers who are coming up with these ideas and then they hire a writer to write them. That happens more often than not. Sure, people still buy spec scripts, but at the end of the day, there are creative producers out there who have ideas, who have the connections to get it made, but they aren't the writers. So they hire writers. A lot of production companies do that. They can save money by knowing how to use AI to get them a solid first draft. It will not be perfect because at the end of the day, as of now, remember iRobot, they can't feel anything. And because they can't feel anything, they need the human touch if we're going to have the catharsis that we're looking for when we watch television and films and even commercials, right? Because sometimes I'm watching a commercial and I'm like, yo, they grasp that human experience so well. So I do believe that more producers, more production companies, studios, etc., will likely utilize AI to get a good first draft. You also pay your writer more for that first draft, that original draft. Even if it's not an original concept, they are the ones who are executing it originally. And so that fee, that rate is a lot higher than if you hire someone to come in for revisions or you hire someone to come in for a rewrite. And so I don't think writers will become obsolete. What I do think writers should do, and I even think producers should do this, even though it won't be helpful for writers, like anything, the world is going to keep changing. New technology is going to be introduced. You have to learn how to use it. I have found a way to use ChatGPT to help me. They aren't doing all of the work for me. They are working with me to brainstorm, but I'm able to ask the right questions to get the right answers because I am a human being with real life experience. My lived experiences help me to operate the AI. And so I think we are far away from not needing a human to operate the AI to get it to the place that you want to get it. Because even when I've given it great information about tone, about voice, I've asked it if it understands a particular writer's voice and to explain to me what they think it is and blah, 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 blah. And then I might say, okay, now write, revise, insert whatever, in this voice, tone, thinking about this theme, blah, blah. I give it all of that. And still sometimes what it gives me is just terribly cliche. Also, I'm writing a screenplay, not a novel. So it's like far too flowery. But because I'm a human and I understand what a screenplay should look like, I'm able to course correct and get it to the place I need it to go. But that's because I'm a person. So I don't think people are going to be obsolete anytime soon. And I think we should fear the day that people are obsolete. What do you think? Happy writing, happy figuring out AI so that you can write together.
And that's it. Want more content? Like, subscribe, and for notifications.
Get notes on your script that get you unstuck at www.theprofessionalpen.com.
The professional pen.
I'm out.